Hey guys, June is pretty much done, which brings us to July. Hey guys, if you are new here, welcome to the Book Path. I'm Nicole, and if this isn't your first rodeo, thanks for sticking around. Please ignore the lights, or the light scheme, if you will. We are having a partly cloudy day, so the clouds are moving over and it just gets everything dark and then light and then dark. So we're trying the best we can to get through it. But basically for July, I've decided to take a break from like all readathons and just kind of mood read / create my own sort of, clear your shit final book mashup, whatever, for myself. Just kind of get through some of the books that I've been wanting to get through. And go from there. So first off, I was not able to complete part of the Magical Readathon, the annual Choose Your Own Adventure readathon that they're doing. And that was to read a book that has a prologue. And I had chosen to finish Gods and Monsters, which was also one of my 40 before 40 books. I did not get to it. I'm still only like 50 pages in. So I'm going to go ahead and tackle that this month and finish this up so I can stay up to date on the Magical Readathon, as well as do one more book for the 40 before 40. Also for Magical Readathon, the Choose Your Own Adventure for the year-long readathon, it's going to be a really easy month this month. I think G is doing that for us to be nice to us because she knows that in August everything's just going to ramp up with the next round of the summer equinox courses, which I am super excited for. But for this month for Magical Readathon, your goals are basically for me to read a book during the day and to read a book at night, which any book's going to serve. So I'll let you know later on what I choose or what I've read that will fulfill those prompts. Next up, I had mentioned this before, due to the fact that the new book is coming out later on in July. I am going to be revisiting the Blood and Ash series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I had read the first two books from Blood and Ash and Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, but I did not own them. I read them on ebook. So now that I finally have them, I'm going to reread books 1 and 2, and this way I can tab the crud out of them. And then also read the Crown of Gilded Bones and The War of the Two Queens. Get myself up to speed before the 5th book comes out in July. Once again, this is one of my more favorite series that I have been introduced to. I love this world. So the From Blood and Ash series is basically you have this world where there are vampires, there are these kind of zombie-like vampire creatures, and then there are like these godlike beings. There's like also Atlanteans, as they call them, but not like the Atlanteans that we're familiar with, like from Atlantis. But you basically have Poppy, who is living the life of a maiden in, almost like a solitary confinement. She is supposed to ascend. Nobody really knows what the ascended is. They are told that they become like a higher being. They ascend in, the ranks of society, so to speak. So she's kind of looking forward to that. Her brother, she was told her brother had ascended. So she's looking forward to seeing her brother again and doing all that. So she's kind of keeping to her duty as serving as a maiden until her ascension. She gets a new guard that is called Hawk, and there's kind of like this flirtatious love, she's falling kind of for him. She's intrigued by him, and he kind of boosts her confidence and protects her. And Hawk is not all he seems to be. Basically, there is a law of this world that is being kept from the masses. And in this book, it all kind of implodes, and Poppy has a big hand to play in what is going to happen going forward. So it was just really, really good. Like, I don't want to give away too much because I'm hoping you guys will read it because it's really good. But I'm going to go ahead and reread all of these for the month of July, pre-order the new book, because I still have to do that, and then get at least up to date on this series. Now, if I get all of those done, big if, I kind of want to finish up some series that I am literally one book away from completing. And the first one up is The Choice by Nora Roberts. This is the final book in the Dragonheart Legacy. I don't want to give away too much, but you basically have a world that is inspired by Irish mythology. Irish folklore takes place in kind of like an alternate world that has like portals in Ireland. And you have a young girl, Breen, well, she's not young, she's in her 20s, who has kind of been mousy, and her mother's kind of like made her feel insecure about herself, and she's learning to grow out of that and learning that she has inherited the powers of all sorts of type of magic, and that it is her destiny to kind of save all these different realms from this dark, like godlike being who has like fallen from grace. So this is the final book in this series, so I'm hoping to finally get that done, and then that way I can cross the series off of my list. After that, if I still have time, we're going to tackle a chunky one, and that is the last book in the Lost Hour series by Cassandra Clare. This one is Chain of Thorns. This is the final book in the story with Cordelia and Matthew and James and Lucy. It's the kids from their parents were in the Infernal Devices. So this is kind of the next generation. This is the last book in the trilogy I've been going over. And I really want to get this done, because once I'm done with this series, I will be able to finally attack the Mortal Instruments. Although I have heard rumors that there's going to be a new Shadowhunter series that is going to take place after this series and prior to Mortal Instruments, but sadly that won't be out in time, so I'm just going to go ahead and read a little bit out of chronological order, which makes me upset, but I really want to read the Mortal Instruments series and get more of that. As you guys know, I really liked the Infernal Devices, not liking Lost Hours as much, but I do still have some of my favorite characters, my favorite being Magnus Bane, who is kind of this immortal wizard, and I just really like him, and now he kind of helps. He has a soft spot for all the young shadow hunters. So once again, I want to finish this one and tackle it and be done with it. Should I, for whatever reason, get through all of these, I am looking to maybe pick up a few of the nominees for the SPIFBO Awards going on this year. I know they started back in June, so I want to go ahead and start kind of doing some picks that I was interested in, and we'll see how they do. We'll follow them out. But I also am looking to maybe read up on a few authors for a book event that will be happening near me in October. But I'm still researching that, so if I do end up doing that, I will let you guys know in future videos. But yeah, that is basically it. It's not a real big thing. I will not be participating in Literature Club this month because she's going a kind of suspense thriller romance book choice, and it's not my cup of tea. I'm not huge in thrillers and suspense in general, and so it's just, I think I'm gonna pass on this month, focus on this, and then regroup and see what there is to be. So yeah, with all that being said, this is a heavy book thing. God, that one on the bottom makes it look so much worse. But yeah, so we are just going to have a good mood reading time, see what we can finish, and go from there. No real rules for the month, just kind of seeing what we can tackle on this little self-put-together list. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Staying cool now that it's going to start getting hotter as we approach July and August, and have some good summer reads. Let me know what you guys are reading in the comments below, and I hope you guys are having fun, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.